Oh boy, this is not my car. Here we go. So, it's a funny thing about the car world. There's gonna be a lot of cars out there that you don't like. And this is one of them. I grew up and I learned to hate it with a passion. Oh my goodness. We are in a Honda Civic Si. So I'll get this off my chest right away. The reason I'm driving this car, the reason I even considered driving this car, let's bring you back in time a little bit, maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. There was one time I was coming back to my place, and I was driving down the highway, and I saw this red Honda Civic Si. And of course, my mindset was, stupid Civic piece of shit. I could probably beat him. Look at the driver. It's a young guy, so I was like, yeah, we might as well kick his ass. Race him down the highway in Mexico, and needless to say, I won. Shocker. But then I get home later on, and I go on Facebook, and I see a post with my car on it on the highway, and it said something along the lines of, dude, your car sounds sick, love the Mustang. And I saw that and I was like, well, Honda Civic's not that bad then. So since then, I became friends with the guy, talked to him, and now I'm gonna give this car a second chance. That's basically the goal of today. I want to be proven wrong, and I want the Honda Civic to be good. I want it to be better than I expect it. Wow, this car is actually unbelievably easy to drive. I really hope we have satellite radio. If not, how the hell do we get to the radio? XM. Channel. How do you change the channel? Alright! Oh, you didn't let me down. So glad we got the satellite radio. Otherwise, this would be a long day. One good thing I will say, blind spots aren't much of a problem. I saw that girl that just gave me a very dirty look coming from a mile away. Sunrise. So here's the thing about this car I noticed. My car maybe revs up to 6 grand. Redline's about, I would have to look at the car to know for sure. But I know with these cars, it's like driving a freaking 2-stroke, because that VTEC, I hate myself for saying that and talking about it, but it won't kick in until the higher RPMs. So like, we really gotta beat on this sucker in order to feel the power that it has, because revving up to the 3-4 grand I've been lately doesn't tell me much of anything. All right, Honda Civic, prove me wrong. Oh, VTEC. All right, so that was a completely new experience, but it left a smile on my face, so you did that right. But good God, you could hear it kick in. That was fantastic. Now don't get me wrong, it wasn't as fast as my Mustang, but that was fantastic. All right, so I've been driving this car all day, and you know what? I hate to say it, I really do, because I want to hate this car so bad, but it's growing on me. Like, I actually kind of like it. It's not as fast as my Mustang. I mean, I've driven much faster cars, But for a 4-cylinder that's naturally aspirated, it's fun. It really is. Best way to describe it, it's like driving a 2-stroke dirt bike. When you're driving it and then you hit that point and then it just goes and it's just fantastic. Oh, what a car. I'm actually gonna give myself a little bit of room here just so I can really give her. Wait for it. Going. VTEC! Oh, that's good. There it is. Oh my gosh, you can hear right when it kicks in. And not only can you hear it, but you can definitely feel it too. It's nothing drastic like my supercharger is, but you can feel it. And it's like, oh, all right, okay, I guess I see where these Honda guys are coming from. It's a nice change of pace. Granted, I am still not a fan of the fact that it's a front-wheel drive car. But it's still fun to drive somehow. Somehow. I'm actually curious to see what my brother's gonna have to say about this car, because I feel like he's on the same exact page as I am on these Honda Civics. It's a car you want to hate almost. For a little 4-banger, the exhaust note, once it hits the VTEC, it's kind of fun to listen to. Most times I hear little 4-bangers, I'm like, oh my gosh, shut up. But this one kind of grew on me a little bit. I was a little uneasy at first. I just didn't know how I felt about it. Ooh, that was a big pothole. Until I hit VTEC and it's like the exhaust note just opens up. And it sounds really good too. And stupid car's growing on me. Alright, so we got a pretty wide open highway here. Let's try and have a little fun here. There it is. Again, like I said, it's not that fast. It doesn't accelerate anything like my Mustang, but somehow the car manages to put a smile on your face. Another thing about the clutch on this car, it is an aftermarket clutch, but it grabs really soon, and it's, for a stage 3 clutch, it is really forgiving. Like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. Speaking of, I stalled out.
So we're sitting here waiting at the airport, and Nathan tells me that he has to pick me up. He won't say why, but he has to pick me up.
So we're picking up my brother from the airport. He has no idea what I'm driving. I would not tell him. And he just told me he's sitting there waiting for us. So let's see what he thinks of this little guy.
So what we got here? There's a red car coming. Kind of drives like an idiot. Kind of looks like an idiot too.
Where is he? There he is.
What the hell? It's a Honda Civic! What the hell is that?
Well, it's not a Mustang, I can tell you that.
Well,
alright. Well, Nick, I'll be honest, when I first started driving this car, I was an unbeliever. And now,
then I saw her face.
now I'm a believer. But
Not a chase.
the car,
He's out of his mind.
the car is...
I'm in love.
Oh my gosh, just listen.
I'm a believer. I couldn't see her if I tried.
So the car is slow.
Slow.
But the VTEC is kind of fun. It's got VTEC! And I tell you what, you know exactly when it kicks in too.
Well, show me.
There's VTEC. You gotta admit, that's kind of fun.
Well, hey!
Hey!
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Hey! Wait! Oh, hey!
Hey! Welcome back to Wisconsin.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Clearly, it didn't cool off too much for November. 56 degrees, can't complain. VTEC! VTEC! For a 4-cylinder, it really doesn't sound that bad.
Better than my Sunfire did.
Oh my gosh, well... that Sunfire was... amazing. And yes, it was a manual. So be honest, Nick, what are your first thoughts on the Honda Civic SI?
To be honest with you, this is the one Honda Civic that I actually like.
Right? I mean,
Not just this one, but like this type, this model.
Like
Civics SIs are not bad.
that's our final thoughts on the Honda Civic SI. Like always,
You did good.
Dylan, you did good.
If you want to sell it, you need a winter car. Just throwing it out there.
Pretty sure this would be plowing the snow in the winter, Nick. It's pretty low.
I'm always looking for a second job.
And of course, add us on Snapchat.
A couple quick updates. My car is in the shop.
Again.
The spider gears and the rear diff are one of them's really worn out. And that's odd because the car only has 20,000 miles on it. Wonder why. Not even gonna get into it. It's just...
I'll get into it. The shop he took it to did a really bad job.
Yep, you put it that way. Yeah, that's about right. Fenders are still sitting in my closet. The goal was this weekend to take the fenders and do a mock-up with them, put them on, make sure everything lines up right, and then take them and get them painted. However, I don't have a car now, so I really don't know what to do.
So, yeah, that's all we got.
Hey, looking forward to it. Let's have a good weekend.
It's gonna be a good weekend.
Get back, high five.
Is that where we ended?
Yep.
All right.